Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Wario Land 3. In the last episode, we unlocked the Forest of Fear and the Warped Void, and this episode we're going to be kind of continuing on with that. The last thing we did last episode was raise that pipe you can see to my left, and there are two changes in the Forest of Fear that involve that. First things first, we'll use our fancy Plate of Night and Day to change it to daytime. You don't need to do this treasure in the day, but I heartily recommend it for reasons I'll discuss when we're over there. But anyway, last episode I pointed out next to the grey chest down there is a pipe. So I'm just going to head over there. Oop, dear me. Ah! I'll see you over there. Well, that took forever. Anyway, I landed on it by accident, but you want to go down this pipe. And so, if you look to the visualizer on the left, you'll see that the red treasure and the green treasure, no, the red treasure and the blue treasure share a similar silhouette. They are two pieces that work together. We can technically get the red one, but since we can't get the blue one now, I'm not going to bother doing either of them. So what I'm doing now is the green treasure. Beneath us, you'll notice a spearhead walking along. That platform he's on, only enemies can stand on. You can't stand on it. You need to get the spearhead over here and knock him through there to smash through. That's the bit that's very difficult to do at night, but it's a bit more of a bugger to do at night while the spearhead is sleeping. So, daytime recommended. Anyway, up there is the green chest, but what we need to do for now is turn into a vampire. I mentioned previously the things that turn you back into a human from Vampire Wario, and this is the third one of them. There's light, there's water, and here is garlic that you can see. What you want to do is come across here, and now pick up this spearhead, and progress over to the left. Oh, dicks, I thought I was going to miss that. You want to progress over to the left, specifically not touching any of the cobats. Oh, that spearhead's not coming back. I'm just going to run over here as bat. Because basically what you need to do is smash through those and get the key. Obviously you can't carry something over there if you're a bat, so we just need to carry the spearhead over. But who is just refusing to respawn. That's just unreasonable. I'll just come into here, this will force him to respawn. This is where the red treasure is, but we can't do it yet for reasons I'll explain. Well, okay, so... Oh, I need to be bat, don't I? Basically, not only do we not want to do the red treasure because it's useless without the blue treasure, but also we actually technically can't at the moment because we need some other stuff. But I'll talk about that more slightly later in the episode. You'll know what I mean when I get to it. Right, the spearhead should be back. Excellent. Ah! I can't get back up without being... Oh, god damn it! Ugh! Right, let's try this again. This one never normally gives me this much grief. Oh, sorry, I kind of freaked out at the Cobat there. I thought it was going to get me. Hup! Oh, I just got to hold your nerve here. There we go, we're over. Let's grab that. And now we can just head all... Oh, well, it doesn't exactly matter now. If anything, it's actually slightly quicker because I don't have to bother dodging Cobats. Come back here. Up. And now we can get to... Doing the treasure. As I said, all these levels, these levels in Forest of Fear and those in the Warped Void play entirely off one another. So you can guess what this is going to do. Behold, the warp removal apparatus. Wonder what level that affects. So, that removes a couple of those dimensional rifts in the Warp Void, opening up two new treasures here. We can now do the blue and the green, so we're going to... No, the red and the green, so we're going to start with the red, which we need to come over to where we got the grey treasure, which is this room. Oh, no, it's not this room, it's the next one along from this one. This one we got the grey key, the grey bit to get to. It's such a bugger to describe where places are in the Warp Void, you're easy to watch. Anyway, we're coming along here last time, and that slammer was trying to knock us off, but there was a dimensional rift underneath us. There isn't anymore, so we can come through here. This is one of the shortest treasures in the game. Jump into this rift, and you start falling down. Touch any of these rifts, and you'll be taken out again. But that was it. Ha! That's got to be one of the shortest in the game. If you touch one of those rifts, you just spawn back outside at the room with the slammer thing, so you can just hop in again. It's a really short, straightforward one, but you just got to fall to the left and then to the right. And you get a crayon. Obviously, a treasure that easy was never going to be anything useful, was it? Well, let's watch this change anyway. That was fun, wasn't it? Back into the Warped Void. As you can imagine, the green is the one we actually have to do. And that's this way, because there are previously warps all along the floor here. Ah! They've been replaced with a burr bear now, apparently. And another one that... Ah! He didn't even... That's ridiculous. He didn't even hit me. If we go through here... Don't you not press up. That'll work too. So you can tell from the background, this is the green treasure room. But what we need to do is... I forget how to navigate this part because it's a real bastard. Okay, first things first, climb up to the top here, grab this thing, and there's a Baron von Richterofen underneath us here. Ugh, and he shakes you. Oh, you've got to jump just as he hits the ground to avoid being shaken, because otherwise you'll drop this pot. And it can be infuriating. Fortunately, the pot's got a really short respawn time. Brick, boink, there we go. And you need to use this to smash these things here. You can't get to them at the moment, but trust me, that's useful in the future. Oh, bollocks, I'm all the way back here. Right. No, did want to do that. Now, there's also these flow blocks to the right, left even, that we can't do anything with, but there's a dimensional rift here, so let's hop through it. And we're somewhere that looks very similar, and indeed, we have to do basically the same thing again, except this time we're smashing these blocks to the left. Well, there's the right here, those to the left there. Recognise them? Indeed. If we then come across here, it was those blocks. And we can now hop across there. This level, don't even talk to me about how much of a bitch it is to navigate. Anyway, here you've got to jump and, because if you're climbing the ladder when he hits the ground, then you'll fall down. You've got to time it and jump and climb, so you just get up there in time. And there we go. Then if you come across here, here's the second one we destroyed. Well, it was the first one we destroyed, but it's the second one up, leading to the green key. Have you got your head around this? I know it's not an easy thing to explain. I have to show you more than tell you, I think. Anyway, that's the key. And now down here is very much a similar bit to the green treasure. Ah! Okay, I got kicked out of that one. That's kind of what happens in the red section. If you hit one of the side walls, you basically get kicked back to the same bit. And here it's much a similar principle. You need to go left, then right. That musical coin at the bottom is a bit of a bugger to get, but generally those two are pretty straightforward treasures if you know what you're doing. If you don't, you can be bubbling around the warp void for ages because it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we get something mildly cool. This is the Demon's Blood. Not quite as cool. Well, it's kind of as cool as it sounds. Have a look. So that, the Demon's Blood, unlocks the blue treasure in the Forest of Fear. Both those treasures are technically unlocked, but we can't do the red one yet, and the blue one is useless without the red one. So, those two then together, the blue and the red, open the final treasure in the Warped Void. But we can't quite do that yet because we don't have the thing we need for the red treasure. Complicated, I know, but I'll come back to these later. For now, then, we're going to continue off back onto the main track, which is with the Colossal Hole Green. This was one of the changes that we got from the Daylight in the East, so of course it has to be daylight. And we actually saw this one. What this is the owl, because it's daytime, is now asleep. Welcome to one of the most annoying mechanics in the game. Boop the owl, and he wakes up. Hop onto him and listen to, again, annoying mechanic, brilliant music. Have a listen. Ridiculous music. I have terrible associations of it. But anyway, having access to this owl makes navigating around the Colossal Hole a lot easier. Basically, you can tap a direction to change direction. So I'm moving left there. If I just tap down, start moving down, right, left, up. Or you can hold a direction and you will move quickly in that direction. But you can just change and let it kind of drive itself. And we need to come through here, because we couldn't get here without the owl. Then we need to navigate through this kind of mazy bit. Note, if the owl goes through a nasty thing, it's fine. If Wario touches a nasty thing, he gets hit as, well, like, that would happen. And then you have to kind of start it again from the bottom. This is one of the shortest of these types of mazes in the game. I think the Steep Canyon and a couple of levels we haven't got to yet have this in, and it's horrible. But yeah, the trick is just to watch where Wario is, not... The trick is to watch where Wario is, not where the owl is, because the owl can go through anything, but Wario's collision box is what matters. And as I say, just like, rather than actually holding the direction, just tap it. So then I'll just kind of just quickly tap up, then right. That's going to be annoying, isn't it? It's going to be one of those levels. And this is the easy one, as I said. Well, at least the other ones aren't for a while yet. This beginning bit's well easy. It's just this one little transition here. Up, right. There we go. We're through. And that lets us... Well, firstly, press B to drop off the owl. We can then break through these so that if we fuck something up somehow, we can come back here. But both the green key and treasure are through here. Well, the chest is there. You can see it. And now we see an enemy we haven't seen in a while. Mr. Sun. Oh, he's there even at night time, I think. Yeah, he must be. Basically, we need to burn through here in order to be able to get to the chest. And I'm just jumping to make sure I don't run off either edge. There we go. The way to the chest has been unlocked. The key is pretty straightforward. It's basically just all the way over at the other end. So if we climb up here, this time, don't get burned by Mr. Sun. I didn't actually mean it to happen there, but it did, and we managed to unlock the chest with it, so I guess that's not entirely a bad thing. But if we now get, hold on a sec, come over here, And we now get set on fire again. Now we're in this end section. And this one's much easier. Just let Wario run until he runs out of run. I think I said run a little too much there, but either way, green key. I love the... it's just so simple and so catchy, all the music in this game, it's brilliant. Anyway, now we've got the key. We can't get to that musical coin yet, we need a different power-up, but... there we go. This is something immensely useful. It makes a lot of changes, but also, well, I'll talk about it more once we've actually got it. Oh, something cool looking. These are the jumping boots, and indeed, they are a power-up, which is cool. Got 2 musical coins as well, apparently. Don't remember where they are. Oh, yeah, I do remember where they are. Anyway, you can now hold up, and you'll be able to jump 3 blocks high instead of just the usual 1. Usual 2, even. If you bounce off enemies, you'll bounce 3 naturally, and if you hold up while bouncing off enemies, you'll jump 4 blocks high. So, quite a thing there. That changes the Grasslands, the Stagnant Swamp, and the Cave of Flames. I don't know why it doesn't show the 2 south ones first, then go over to the east, but oh well. So, not only does that unlock those changes, but also it makes a lot of things around the game just so much easier because you can just jump higher, just make some of the platforming bits less arsey. Anyway, we'll start with the one in the Grasslands. This one I pointed out when we were here a long time ago, because... oh, for feck's sake, I forgot about these stupid things. Well, let's... oh, there we go. That was annoying. Yeah, the Grasslands is one of those worlds that you do the first 3 treasures in it really quickly, and then you don't come back to the last one for ages. Like, the first level is a classic example of that. Remember Out of the Woods? Haven't been back there since, like, episode 2. Anyway, if we fall down here, there's this bit to the right. Previously, we couldn't get up here, but if we hold up, way, easily clear it, which is great. And now the whole blue section's through here. So, we need donuts to break through there. And we need string ball to break through there. This is oddly reminiscent of, I think it was the red treasure in the Tower of Revival, where you had this kind of like, you had to break through flame blocks and then donut blocks and then fall through it as a zombie. Ah, these things. Applebees. We've not come across them yet. If they hit you with an apple, they turn you into Fat Wario. I assure you that trying to climb that ladder with them in place is quite impossible. Well, it's not quite impossible, it's freaking difficult. Instead, oh, wow, that didn't really work. There you go. Oh, no, that one didn't work as well. Use that... well, I killed it at least. Use that thing. I don't know what it is. Box? Jar? No, it's not a box. It's like a... I guess it's like a jar or something like that. I've never managed to work out entirely what they are. But yeah, use it to kill the Applebees. Hehe. And there's another 2 further up, but we can jump up these now and wallop that one. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to kill this last one, but you can... oh. Theoretically, you can, when it's just one of them, dodge the apple a lot more easily by moving up and down the ladder. I wasn't capable of doing it, but that's my problem, not the game's. You should just be able to, as it prepares the apple, you move down, and then you move up again while it's back in. With 2 of them, that's much harder to do. And if we come through here, you now need to move this... have I fucked it? Yeah, I fucked it. That was... oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, you need to move that stove... over it. Yeah, you need to move that stove over here to kind of open up access to this, because even that distance, even as Spring Wario, you wouldn't quite be able to cover that distance. But with the stove on, you can just about do it. If we come up to the left, there's a musical coin, which we should just be able to get. Nope. Okay. There we go, just. Oh, am I going to be able to make it back? Oh, mad skills. That was glorious. Grab the blue key. Bloink. Oh, that was so smooth. And now we can set about actually going down towards the chest. So as you saw, the first thing we needed to do was smash through a layer of donut blocks. So that means we actually do now want to get donuted by the Applebees. Boosh! Oh, yes. Well, that's... I didn't think I was... this bit's a bit of a bugger to actually, like, get down. Because if you hit yourself on the side too many times, then you'll be turned back to non-fat by the time you get to the bottom. Anyway, now we can, I believe, fall down there as string ball. Oh, yes, that's just small enough. Oh, don't be like that, game. Oh, that's so annoying. Well, there's another way around it. I said there's another way around... Fine, let's do the other way around it. You can basically either go back up and get fattened again, or you can, theoretically, yes, summon one of these things down to you. That's the joy of having steel overalls. Anyway, if we smash through there, then we break through that, and bounce straight back again. And go through there again. And bounce straight back again. And go through there again. And bounce straight. Oh no, actually we've stopped in there for this time. Good, that's brilliant. Right, so let's smash through all of these. It's like, oh wow, this is satisfying. It's like a tiny sea turtle rocks. Up here is another musical coin. I think that actually might be all of them on the Grasslands now, or definitely most. Oh no, because there's that annoying one near the green treasure that we definitely didn't get, but that's the majority of the ones in the Grasslands now, I think. That's pretty cool. You basically just want to break all of these so you've got a clear string ball thing to rush through, because the chest is behind there, but you can't get it yet. So if you just get string balled again. Oh, editing magic, look at that. The spearheads respawn, but the blocks don't. And then you can simply get the blue chest. And we get, cool though it looks like some kind of penguin statue or something like that. This is the fighter mannequin. Looks cool, completely pointless. You know what I was thinking the other day? We haven't had golf in a while. This makes me immensely happy. We've been like 2 golf-free episodes, and I'm fairly sure this episode will also be golf-free unless we get really far ahead, which makes me very happy. Anyway, Cave of Flames, as you can see, the high jump treasure is just here. To get up to it, you actually have to bounce off an enemy's head. You can either use that spearhead that I accidentally killed, or use the bird. Now here, there's these kind of like sub-little holes. Ugh, the Baron von Richthofen is just there to annoy you. But what you want to do, that's the first hole, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Yeah, you just gotta work that out. Obviously you want that key, but generally you'll fall down one of them and then work out from there which one the red key's actually. And you don't have to jump over these, you can just run over them as well. I was just doing it to help me count. Now you do want to get turned into Flat Wario, because... Oh... Don't do what I just did. Well, I got the musical coin, but that was not my intention. Let's try that again. Let's knock him off the edge first, then we can go over here. Because that distance, like this one here, if you try to crouch through that, you'll just fall down. This water you can fall into, and I don't know if we've seen it before, but water, you just kind of sink when you're Flat Wario, and then get turned back to human for obvious reasons. Anyway, we need donuts again. This looks oddly familiar, doesn't it? And this bit's quite odd. Basically, wow, I think this is another bit where I can more easily show you rather than telling you what's happening. So throw him up there. Hop up there, and... Oh! Well, that wasn't supposed to happen at all. You can high jump up there, and then throw him up there. Then high jump off that dude. Then high jump off him. And then we can get up there. It's a bit of a silly process, but it works. This is all about using the high jump, this bit, because obviously that's the thing that unlocked this, so... The high jump was always a bit of a bitch to use on an actual Game Boy, because like holding D-pad up and the direction at the same time was annoying. But on a GameCube controller like I'm on, it's much easier. Anyway, we can scare that thing up using the tactic we haven't used since the red or green treasure of the Peaceful Village. Anyway, if we get donuted, this is another one where you want to avoid doing movement as much as possible. You just want to fall, if you can, straight down to the left, because you don't want to run out of fat by the time you get to these things. And smash. And as long as you've got the key earlier, the chest is down here. And this gives you the luxury car, which as you can imagine by both the name and look of it, is another useless treasure. Yeah, the amount of these really proliferates towards the end of the game, and we are getting towards the end of the game now. We're definitely, what are we, 60% of the way through? It's nothing about 100 treasures. The number of treasures you've got are just the percent you are through. Anyway, because you can tell those two were non-useful changes, clearly the only useful change was the Stagnant Swamp. Everything in the Stagnant Swamp's useful. Literally everything that brings you here gets you something useful. There's no pointless treasures here, and a lot happens here. It changes a lot of stuff, and is changed by a lot of stuff. Anyway, we want to come through here to the terrifying room with the mole rat. Not a mole rat! I made that mistake last time of calling them that. They are called robo-mouses. And we're about to come across something that's used to terrify me in this game. Basically, it's easy. Oh my god, that's not easy at all. Well, it probably is, but I just freak out about those things for various reasons that I've mentioned. But the thing I'm about to show you on this level, the treasure we're actually doing, is easy. But it just used to terrify me as a child, and that's why I think of it as being difficult, even when it is objectively, I think, easy. Anyway, can't remember if we've got the musical coin or not before, let's see. But anyway, if we come through here, this is like the bit we just did in the Cave of Flames, but it's slightly more odd. Basically, you need to... You need to basically make sure, as much as possible, only leave one on each layer, so then you've got enough to kind of proceed upwards. Oh, don't put that on your head, now I can't bounce off you. Come on, man. Because obviously, even with a high jump, can't quite make it up there. But when you get up there, you'd find you need more than that, so basically, only leave one on each layer, which is the one you kind of jump off. And there we go. You can make it up. Once again, now we need to kind of proceed up. Preferentially use the spearhead if you can, because they don't do the annoying hat thing the Paragoons do. But also be aware when you're throwing stuff up, make sure you don't accidentally, like, if you want to throw the spearhead up, don't kill the spearbot up here. That spearbot moved very quickly. Let's, as I said, throw one of those up to continue. This bit, if you're not really thinking about it, can just piss you off. But anyway, musical coin and green key. That bit used to confuse me as a child. That wasn't the bit that scares me, obviously. That bit is very much still to come. If we go up here... I don't know if the Robo Mouse is still following me, and I don't want to find out, quite frankly. And smash. Throw that guy over there. Bonk. And so when we come over here... Okay, wasn't where I thought I was. If we come over here, here's where we got the red key, and we're going to have to get it now because this is the way, but previously we could only jump that high. Now we can jump up there, come through here, and find one of my childhood nightmares. Behold, Jamano, the ghost pirate. If he just touches you, that will throw him out. That will throw you out of the room. Punch the lanterns, and the skulls will fall off them, revealing more and more of the lights. Reveal all 4 of them at the same time, and you will defeat him. Oh, he got me. Oh my god, he throws you all the way out that far. That's evil. Here's a little tip that I didn't tell you about. Smash that, and then when you get chucked all the way outside, you've got this thing to just bring you straight back up. Anyway, let's have another crack at him. He's relatively straightforward. Like, he doesn't actually give you that much grief. He just used to, as I say, scare the shit out of me. So, I hated doing this boss fight. But you've just got to be pretty much quick. Oh, bollocks! Wow! He moved straight at me there like a needle. I think in a certain way he does move towards you, but... you've kind of just got to basically ignore him and focus on your own stuff. This is one of those boss fights you'll either mop up incredibly quickly or have a lot of difficulty with it. It looks like I've selected the lot of difficulty with it side, because you do just have to kind of keep on the move. I would prioritise... oh, bollocks, I got stuck on the damn ladder. I would prioritise when you can the bottom ones. Make sure you've always got one smashed at all times, just to actually keep the lights on so you can see what you're damn doing. Right, we might have him here if we can be quick enough. There you go. Sometimes you can kind of get stuck on the ladders, and pressing left isn't enough to kind of get you off the ladders. You kind of get... like, pressing left doesn't do it, you've got to press B to come off the side. Remember that. Anyway, we can now ride his hat up and get the green treasure. I think we've done a boss almost every episode now. It's only one where we didn't. Episode 5. Anyway, bosses, as you know, always give something cool. That one gave us a lot of grief, but we get... hey! What does that look like? A wind-up bathtub, amongst other things, but indeed this is actually the 4th musical box. So it's time for a ridiculous change that doesn't make sense. Of course the music box causes a whirlpool to appear. How completely obvious. Ugh. Anyway, that's a pretty cool level we just unlocked, Beneath the Waves, but we've run out of time for today, so we'll be exploring Beneath the Waves next week. So, thank you very much for watching. In this episode, we've done some of the weird Forest of Fear Warped Void crap. Got the jumping boots, got the 4th music box, only one more left now. But there'll be a lot of sidetracking before then, because there's all the fun side stuff to do, which will be coming up too soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Wario Land 3. Thank you very much, and good day.